Alright, so for assignment 3 this week, we've got a design project here where we're going to be creating depth using circles and two of your intervals, and that's pretty much it. Circles and your intervals. So I just went back to a demo file I made a little bit ago, and what I'm going to do is, using the selection tool here, I'm going to highlight one of them, hold the shift key down, there and there. Okay. Now I'm going to edit, copy, edit, paste. Alright, now those are good because those are going to be the colors that we use. I've got this design already built. I put a rectangle down on the bottom so that we would have a stage to build our design on. And then I'm going to start off by putting a rectangle on top. Now that doesn't seem like it's doing anything, and in fact it's kind of a strange move, and it's sort of counterintuitive to me. But what we're doing is actually telling the computer where we want to mask. So I'm going to select my entire design, including that rectangle on top. You'll see that those don't line up, but that's not really a big deal. And then I'm going to go to Object, Clipping Mask, Make. What that does is it crops our image. If you look at that, it doesn't have a real defined border, but that's totally fine. I'm going to select it again, and then I'm going to use Option Command. I'm going to drag out another. Okay, now you'll notice it's sort of bigger than the page, but we don't really care about that right now. I'm going to move my intervals so they're a little closer. Okay, so the next step is going to be to go to your interval, and because we use the blend tool, you'll see that it's one single object. So what we need to do is go up to Object, Blend, and Expand, and what that does is it expands the blend out so that it has all those shapes in it. If you click on those shapes, you'll notice that they still all show up as being selected though. So what we have to do is, while it's selected, we have to go to Ungroup here, or Shift Apple G, or Shift Command G. And then that, when we click on them now, will show us different circles, or different squares, excuse me. Alright, pretty handy. So, next thing we want to do is start coloring things in. I'm going to just select my darkest color, and I'm going to drag it in there. Seems okay. Select my next darkest color. Just want to space these out a little bit. They're starting to bump into each other. Okay, grab my next darkest color. I'll just move through these pretty quickly. And what I'm doing here is I'm just going from dark to light, building up my circles, and then trying to create some sense of depth. So like the warm colors tend to advance, but in this case it's going to be the light and bright colors that come forward. So that looks pretty good. Do the same thing here. Select it, Object, Blend, Expand, Object, Ungroup. I can do the same thing, dark color in the back. And start working those colors around. And this is very simple. It's really nice to just be able to grab your colors here and start throwing them down. They don't even have to be in the same order as the previous one. Okay, so once we've got our colors laid down, what you want to do is sort of get everything lined up so it's nice and clean. Get the intervals underneath, and then resize so that everything looks nice and clean. Oops. And then crop it, and you're good to go. That should be a decent looking project right there.